right, everybody, I am back with a brand new, rare Friday DC update because the first official review for Superman made its way online and then was quickly pulled. And we need to talk about this film because I really think we are about to see the death of DC Studios and the death of the superhero genre on film for a while. And it's all going to be because of James Gunn's Superman. I really do. Now, it was reported that the film is now looking to come in at under $100 million for the weekend. This would be next weekend. We've got the 4th this weekend with Jurassic Park, Rebirth, which I did see earlier today. I did a short on that on YouTube. I'm going to be doing my review on that as soon as I get done with this video, and I will have that posted as well. But I needed to get this video up first. And we're going to talk about this review because it is not looking good for DC. And all I have to say is that all you mofos that have complained for the last 10 years better show your asses up to this movie or you're all frauds, okay? Because there's no excuse. This is what you guys asked for. So let's take a look at the title and who wrote this review. All right, this comes from Nick Shagger from the Daily Beast. And his title of the review is Terrible New Superman is Final Nail in Superhero Cinema's Coffin. And I agree with this. Superman, guys, should be a slam dunk. And I'm not going to go into his whole review. It is long. You see when it says a 5-minute read? If I was to go through the whole thing, it would probably take about 15 or 20 minutes. And I'm not going to do that, but I did read it. I had to drop my daughter off at the airport. I had my wife drive so that I had a chance to read all of this. And so I did read the review, and I'm not going to cover everything in the review because it was full of spoilers. But it seems to track with everything. I mean, this was legitimate, and it got pulled offline. But there were people who did catch it and still saved it. Now, I am going to talk a little bit about spoilers at the beginning of the film because it does kind of set the tone for what is going to happen. But apparently the very first scene is Superman hitting the snow after being beat up by the I forget the person's name, the guy in the robot-looking suit. And it's apparently the first time Superman has been beat up. Like he's never lost a battle up to this point. When he's in the Fortress of Solitude getting healed, instead of doing like Gunn said he wasn't going to do like the origin of Superman, and to get around that rather than telling his origin, what he's going to do during that scene where he's getting healed is you hear audio recordings of Jor-El talking about Superman and his mission here on Earth. And that's what he's listening to while he's getting healed. That's all I'm going to tell you about the film and what to expect. That's going to be the opening of the film, so I'm not giving too much away here. In this review, we're getting everything that we feared. First of all, he made it very clear that this is a 180-degree change from Henry Cavill's Superman. He is no longer a strong male character. Instead, he's overly emotional. He saves squirrels. He saves dogs. He's the do-gooder, okay, which is fine for Superman. But if you're going to take away the manlyhood out of it, and you're going to make him this sympathetic character to the point where he's no longer relatable, he's no longer Superman. And I told everybody James Gunn was going to do this. It's so much a part of the story. They said that Nick also talked about how there are so many characters in this film that it doesn't even really feel like a Superman film. That there's too many characters, there's no backstory to anything, and it feels like they were just all thrown into this jumble of a mess. And that's sad because what everybody was hoping for was a solo Superman film. And he made it very clear that this film is silly, that it plays out like a Saturday morning cartoon. That it's not grounded, it's not real, it's silly, and I'll be doing another video maybe tomorrow showing you some other things that I grabbed that definitely point to this happening, and that all of those leaks that I read months ago are actually happening in the film. I have a picture I'm going to show you guys in the next video of what's his name? Jimmy Olsen. He has a whole board of the women who are like swooning after him. And they're Lois is there, and they're all looking at this board of stuff that he has up on the wall. It looks ridiculous. This film is going to be silly and stupid. And like I said, all you mofos who begged for this, you better show up. You better show up. This is what you guys begged for. You swore that Man of Steel was the death knell of DCEU and that Batman vs. Superman ruined everything. And you begged for this. You begged for it. You are the true DC fans. And you better show up and support this film because this is what you begged for. And if you don't show up, it's your fault that movies and DC will die. Your fault. You begged for it, you better show up. Guys, this is ridiculous. Anybody who wants to read it, it is out there. If you go to X, you'll be able to find screenshots of the full review. But this doesn't, it's very clear that this is not a Superman film, that they jammed way too many characters in here. And this is what it looked like from the beginning. There's no backstory to anybody. There's no character buildup. We're just thrown into this world. And this is why they talked about having to have a crawl at the beginning of the film. That there's so much going on and we're just being thrown in and you're just supposed to accept it. I'm at a loss for words that they're allowing that. The people who saw this are allowing this to happen, that James Gunn was given the keys to do this. How sad is that, guys? This is some crazy stuff. All right, what do you guys think about this new review? If you've read it, please make comments down below. Let's talk about this. What do you think is going to happen? I now think Superman is going to bomb at the box office. It is very clear that audiences do not like these silly, goofy superhero films. It's not what the audience cares for. They care when things are more serious and taken seriously. And it's very clear that James Gunn is not taking this seriously. He's going the full silly route, fully embracing the Silver Age, and it's going to ruin DC films. All right, guys, what do you guys think all about this? I will be doing my Jurassic World Rebirth video next. But I would love to see your comments on this video. We'll see you guys on the next one.